The global quest for women's human rights is a poignant narrative of resilience, courage, and the indomitable spirit of half the world's population striving for equality and justice. This battle transcends geographical boundaries, cultural differences, and socioeconomic divides, highlighting a universal struggle for dignity, respect, and the freedom to live without fear of discrimination or violence. Women's human rights encompass a broad spectrum of liberties and protections that are essential for achieving gender equality and empowering women and girls in all aspects of life. At the heart of the movement for women's human rights is the recognition that women are inherently entitled to the same rights and freedoms as men. This includes the right to live free from violence and discrimination, the right to own property, to vote, to receive an education, to work for fair wages, to have equal representation in political and economic decision-making processes, and to enjoy reproductive rights. Despite significant progress in some areas, the reality remains that women and girls around the world continue to face systemic barriers and widespread violations of their fundamental rights. One of the most pressing issues in the realm of women's human rights is the fight against gender-based violence. This violence takes many forms, including domestic abuse, sexual assault, human trafficking, and harmful practices such as child marriage and female genital mutilation. These acts of violence not only have devastating immediate impacts on women's physical and psychological well-being, but also hinder their ability to participate fully in society. Economic inequality is another critical aspect of women's human rights. The gender pay gap, unequal access to education and vocational training, and the disproportionate burden of unpaid care and domestic work are barriers to economic independence and equal opportunities. Empowering women economically is crucial for achieving gender equality and promoting sustainable development. The struggle for reproductive rights is also a cornerstone of women's human rights. The ability to make choices about one's own body and reproductive health is fundamental to women's autonomy and well-being. Yet, in many parts of the world, women's reproductive rights are heavily restricted or under threat, affecting their ability to control their own lives and futures. Achieving gender equality and ensuring the full realization of women's human rights requires concerted efforts from governments, international organizations, civil society, and individuals. It demands the implementation of comprehensive laws and policies that protect women's rights, the elimination of discriminatory practices, and the promotion of gender-sensitive education and awareness-raising initiatives. As we continue to advocate for women's human rights, it's essential to recognize that this fight is not just about women. It's about creating a more just, equitable, and inclusive world for everyone. The advancement of women's human rights is intrinsically linked to the progress of all human rights, underscoring the need for solidarity, empathy, and action across all segments of society. The journey towards gender equality and the full realization of women's human rights is ongoing. It's a path marked by challenges and setbacks, but also by incredible achievements and the unwavering hope for a better future. By standing together in this global movement, we can continue to break down barriers and build a world where everyone, regardless of gender, has the opportunity to live freely and reach their full potential.